Hey guys, Yessie here with Lost Cuban Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a quick recipe, leftover edition pho, just with normal pantry items. I mean, I usually have all of these, and I would say about 75% of people that I go to their houses, they have some sort of rendition of these. They don't always have to be the whole spices or the little packets of noodles, but so first things first, we are going to char our onions. You could do this in the oven. You could do this over the grill. You could do this on a grill, or if you have, oh, it's got to work first. It was working earlier. We're just gonna lightly char these guys. Just run this over. Try to bring out some of that burning flavor. Yeah, that's what we want. This is traditional for your pho dish. Not everything that we're going to be doing today is traditional, but it will make a tasty pho-inspired dish. Midnight, you know, just like the pad thai-ish that we made. This will be close to that. It'll be all the similar characteristics and sort of things like that, but we're not, well, technically I'm using our chicken stock, but it's only been going for a few hours right now. I'm making chicken stock for the week. All right. Why aren't you going back on? All right. Well, that's where our char is going to end today. All right. Tried that, but I don't know why it's got to be out of gas. All right, so we have our onion charred. We have a lime wedge that I used for something. I have half a serrano that I used for some salsa. Rice vinegar, I always have that around the house. Ground cloves, whole spice. For when you're making it your traditional broth, you're going to be using whole, all of it, and star anise, which I'll grab in a second. And we have our whole cinnamon stick, because we're going to be pulling all that out except for the ground cloves, of course, now. And then we got our fish sauce, some cilantro. Some people don't put cilantro on their pho. I do, so. Let's try to char these a little bit more. Yeah, this is this is a really good quick meal. Usually if I have some friends over, or I go over to a friend's house and I want to make them a really good pho broth like this, and I'm not spending all day or the day before making the entire broth from scratch, this is what I'll do. So we have a chicken stock, going in the background. All right, this looks much better now. really. There we go. I think this is going to be our money piece for the, you know, got to have the one for the thumbnail. Oh yeah, it has such a different smell than normal onions, and it really gives the it really gives the broth an extra depth of flavor, especially when you're doing it for a few hours or longer overnight. There we go. These are, yeah, now we're getting some burning. Can't tell if the wood's on fire or our onions, but you know. All right, this is gonna need some oil. We'll go veggie today. You could use avocado or whatever you'd like. I just wouldn't use olive oil. Usually olive oil in any sort of Asian cooking is not a good, the right oil, just because it tends to be with very high heats. We're not on the high heat burner today, so we're lucky for that. Alright, I've got you. And since this is a quick our aromatics are just going to be the onions. And now that we have them in there, we are going to just stir them. And there we go. And we have this on high heat again. Not trying to get color, I'm just trying to get them translucent and let loose their liquids, but not trying to caramelize. So this is the one that I usually buy for the house. I like making it. I don't use the packet that comes in there. There's 3 packets. There's an oil, there's a dry seasoning, and there is a like the freeze-dried veggies. And I don't care for any of the except for the oil. I will put the oil in. We are going to cut our serrano. You could do a habanero if you'd like. We're going to throw these guys in here right now. Just give us a little bit more depth. Plus the other ones look cool. Alright. That's looking good. Once that goes for a little bit, I'm gonna add the ground cloves right now, just because the other ones are just gonna sit in the colander. They're very fragrant, so use that caution. Same with all the star anise, the allspice, and the cloves. They definitely. All right. Now that we got that, gonna add our rice wine vinegar. I'm gonna wait for that to kind of deglaze. And then we are going to let's bring out that acidity. And now if you don't have fresh chicken stock, you should be making it every week like I've said. Or you could use better than bouillon, something like that. Okay. All right. And we will add just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Add our fish. You don't need a lot of fish sauce, by the way, and usually any cooking. It's very overpowering if you use a lot. In moderation, it gives everything a very umami blend, like boost. Let's take some of those out. And let's break you up. And as with anything, the more surface area, the better off you are. So at least break it in half. It's going to need salt. So we will use so I'll use it probably in the form of Worcestershire sauce. Give it more anchovy-ish. And some black pepper. The dishwasher decided to start leaking again, so that wasn't any fun. Okay. Let you guys start getting to know each other. You're here for that. This is just a piece of little eye of round steak. I mean, that's just what I had. We did a bistec en cazuela the other day, and I just used a whole bunch of these. I only have like one or two left, and I didn't feel like having any more steak like that, so or just making it with the all right. Those are going to be for garnish. This can go back in our a lot of people put soy sauce or oyster sauce in their broth. I mean, I'm not the pho king, but I am the in the know that that's not how they do it over there. So if you like it, use it. If you don't, doesn't matter. It's not part of the recipe. So all right, so got this all going. I can show you what the packet looks like. This is a Snapdragon. They're not a sponsor, but you know, you could just use regular rice noodles. Taste Thai. I like these because they're specifically made for a quick sort of meal. What we will do, I normally just toss those. I don't need we don't need the soup base or that. And what I will do is I normally have this guy right there. We will cut this guy into little strips. We're putting it on there raw, so make sure that it's small enough or good enough quality that you don't mind eating it. In case you're doing like ribeye slits or fillet or something like that, you could make bigger chunks to make it. We're gonna use some salt. Just make sure you're using quality beef. All right, and then just let these guys kind of absorb that salt. I'm just gonna put that all on there. I'm not worried about any of this contaminating my kitchen. This is all very fresh beef. Picked it up from a local meat market a day ago. Made the bistec and cazuela with it, and today, a couple days later, we're making it with. So we are going to do that. I am going to skim this over with a little sieve, and get out some of the celery and stuff from this thing, from our stock. If you haven't seen how, check out that video. A lot of people really enjoy the stock making video. People come up to me all the time. They've seen part of it or things like that, and it makes my day when somebody sees my videos and comes up and actually enjoys it. So just let me know how it helps you throughout your week. These kinds of things, and it's just getting your flavors down. That's what it all comes down to. These may not be your flavors. Obviously, we all have different palates, and a lot of times it's hard to remember that people have different palates and things like that. Not everybody likes what you like, so just don't fuss about it. That's something that people do a lot nowadays, is just fuss about everything. So, all right, well, probably about 30 minutes on this, just to get all the flavors. You could make it 10 minutes. You could make it 15 minutes. If you use it 5 to 10 minutes, I would use one of the flavor packs, so, and not as much salt or MSG or whatever. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in 20-25 minutes. All right, and we're back. It's just gonna be simple now. turn up the heat, get this to a real high boil. We are done with our aromatics. Let's take some of this out. I'm fine with the rest of that, that's fine. Alright. And we're good. This makes a perfect midweek meal. It's not very difficult. If you have four burners, or I mean, you could do this in one big pot and just serve it out of there. If you're gonna do that, I definitely would adjust, maybe cook the meat in very quickly, so that you don't get too many raw bits or too much raw pasta if you're gonna be doing like a big batch. All right. So for me, now that this is at a high boil, I already put the chili oil in here. I am just going to squeeze my halved lemon. Take out all that pulpy stuff. I like it. I like lemon. I love the taste of it. Lemon, cilantro. I don't have any Thai basil today. That's not usually something that I have in my house. Sometimes I'll have regular basil growing in the yard, but we are out right now because we made a lot of pasta this week. So now that it's nice and boiling, we're going to want to make a action shot on Snapchat, of course. So let us pour it over. And there we go. This is our sauce. Oh, sauce. This is our soup. Our pho-inspired soup. Leftover edition. Quick edition, whatever you want to call it. It's got all of our meat. Oh man, it smells so good. Give it about a good minute with these noodles. If you're going to be using the taste of Thai, those rice noodles or the thicker ones, I would pre-soak your noodles, however many you want, for, I don't know, 15 minutes. While you're doing the broth, just have it in a pot of hot water, and by the time your food will be ready, your noodles will be ready. So. Alright, this is super hot, and we'll do the first try. Another thing that you can do is you can always season the meat. I left mine unseasoned because I like the dry aged eye of round that I get. And then I slice it up into little steak bits for different things. I like the dry aged taste. Oh wow. That shouldn't be that good. Not for only cooking for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah, this is incredible, guys. Obviously it's a little bit darker than most phos, but we're not making a pho broth. I just used classic French stock. You can use your homemade stock, beef, chicken, lamb. seafood. You can do whatever you'd like. This is just showing you how to incorporate everything and not being afraid to try things. This is my thought experience, my thought process into making a delicious bowl of soup at midnight. Oh, right now it's past midnight, but you know what I mean, guys. This is breakfast right now. Well, thanks for everything. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys always.